All right, guys, you got me sold on these things. Oh my God, I'm not sharing with anybody. I gotta eat these before my family gets home. Yeah, I better make some more. Dang it, just means more work for me today. All right, Big John here. We're trying to do my very first attempt at making carnivore buns. I've been very intrigued by the entire community and their ability to come up with these easy bread type recipes. So far to this point, I have tried none of them. There's other ones that I do want to try, but this one here really does only take 3 ingredients. I got, dry milk, whatever, powdered milk you want to call it. This is all I could find here. And keep in mind, I live in Alaska, so whatever we can find is what we can find at times. I was told that we need baking powder for this, and not to skimp on the baking powder apparently, because if you do, the buns will fall. New guy here, just trying to figure stuff out. And then I have eggs, and all we need is 2 eggs. So, and for some reason, can anybody explain this to me? Because a lot of these people that are posting this are saying that it contains no egg whites, but when I watch their videos, it has the yolk and the egg white, and they mix it. And that's what we're gonna do, because that's what I saw in all the other videos. So explain that one to me, and hopefully we don't botch this up too bad, because, I'm a big man in the kitchen. And I don't know why it was so hard for me to find measuring cups. I just went out and bought measuring cups, and they're magically missing somewhere, but I happened to find just enough for what I need. Because we're gonna need, let's see here, 2 large eggs. I got that covered. We're gonna need 1.5 cups of milk powder. So we got the milk powder here, and then 1 tablespoon baking powder. Boom. Okay. Now I'm supposed to add in the 2 eggs, whisk them up. And I don't even know if I need a bowl this big, but we're going to do the first batch in this bowl, see how that works. And then if I can use a smaller bowl, I think I'll do that, because this thing's huge. I don't know exactly how much this makes. So everything's a learning process, and we're just trying to do the best we can, knowing with what little I know. And I did find a whisk, and check this out. So I got 2 different types of whisks here. I got the traditional type whisk. And then I found this at work one day. I mean, it's a squid. It's so cool. Look at that. You guys want to use the squid? Let's use the squid. I like the squid. Okay. Let's get the 2 eggs in here, and then we'll get things going. We're going to add in the 2 eggs. Egg number 2. That one came out way too easy. And now we're just gonna whisk this up. And this little squid works so well. I love this thing. My wife hates it. I don't know why. I think it said to add the baking powder. I don't know, baking soda. Oh, I better go check. Did I get that right? Did I get the baking soda or baking? I always get those 2 screwed up, and I know for a fact that if you screw that up, everything gets ruined. I've done it many times. Are you kidding me? It says baking powder. That's baking soda. I bought brand new Don't ever trust a man in the kitchen, because you never know what's going to happen. I'll be right back. Thank the Lord. We have some baking powder. I almost did that, guys. We're moving everything back over here to the table where I can actually do stuff. Surprisingly, I feel more comfortable working at the kitchen table. This is where I film the majority of my videos. And this takes quite a bit of baking powder. Don't screw that up, guys. Oh my goodness. I don't know why they have 2 similar names. Baking powder, baking soda. I mean, yeah, they're both for baking. And oh, that's got a cool little hole. Check that out. I'm going to thwop one of my kitties here in just a second. Hey, you're going to get beat up. You better keep moving. All right, I'll give you some more room. All right, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Oh, wait, it says... Oh man, I gotta read instructions here. This is not what I expected at all. This shouldn't be that hard. Okay, it says whisk the eggs and add the baking powder. I already got the eggs whisked. Now we're gonna add the baking powder. Leave it to a man to not read the instructions before getting started. And they try to make it as simple as possible, so yeah. All right, that's a little over full, but they said don't skimp on it. So we're gonna put that in there. That part's done. That's a full tablespoon. I did get our measurement of that right. Yeah, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, that's done. Now I gotta whisk that back in, and I don't know why I fricked off the whisk. It's over there. But let's go get it. I'll get that all whisked up. And then we're gonna start adding the dry milk. Are you sure this doesn't like take water? Huh. So it says gradually add the powdered milk and mix with the spatula until you get a sticky batter. Fill a bowl with water and wet your hands and a spoon. Okay, so the water is not necessarily necessary to put in here, but now I need to start working on the dry milk. And yeah, okay. I got my dry milk open. I should probably get it put in a bowl and measured out real quick. So I'll work on that. Guys in kitchens, I admire some of you because you guys have this way figured out. And I don't. So, okay, how do I want to do this? Now, normally, I don't know. We'll just use that for now. And they're only asking for 1.5 cups. So what I have here is literally this is a 1/2 cup. So 3 of these in a bowl. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's done. And if you got cats in your house, be sure to shut your dry milk bag or else you're gonna have a problem because they'll knock it over. So it says to slowly add in the dry milk. So we're just gonna do that in a couple different tries. And Carnivore Candy said when she did hers, this stuff was getting a little lumpy. I haven't noticed lumps yet, but this is also my first time trying something, so my attempt is always going to be different than what happens in your kitchen. And so far, this isn't bad. This looks like a pretty decent start to a batter. And you guys see that? One thing I do miss is like home economics being taught in schools. I mean, if your school teaches it, that's awesome. It should. Because I learned a lot about just basic baking and home economics. Yeah, I was like making food. Oh, that suddenly got way thicker right there. Like, check that out. Oh, that's actually getting a little bit hard to move. And it doesn't smell bad. It smells pretty good. So this doesn't contain any salt in this recipe. I feel like it should have salt. Maybe it does, and I'm just not to that part of the recipe yet. Wow, that is getting super thick. Check that out. That's almost too thick already. Maybe my eggs weren't big enough. I don't know. That's a lot of thickness. Now they said this is going to be super sticky. I'm going to stick to the recipe and add in the rest of the dry milk. And I got to hold this like a caveman because this is getting tougher. It's almost a little too dry. It seems like it's too dry to me. And it's like really sticking to the whisk. Maybe I did that wrong. Look at what I did here. This is me in the kitchen. I should have used a spatula, huh? Oh no. I need to get a spatula. So now that I screwed up, don't do this. I got to get all of this batter out of here. This is ridiculous. Why do I do these things to myself? Somebody there on the other end of the screen is going like, oh, you did that. Ha 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 ha. Look what you did. Yeah, that's me. I feel like it almost needs more egg, but this is definitely a solid batter going on here. Now I wanted to try this 2 ways. I wanted to try it in the conventional oven, and I also wanted to try it in the air fryer. And this is definitely mixed up enough, in my opinion. Sticky batter. All right, fill bowl with water and wet your hands and a spoon. Shape batter into about 6 small round buns. This should be fun. This is why life sucks when you're working in a very small kitchen. So I already got my pan ready, got my bowl, my spatula. I need to get I got some water already. Now they don't say what to do with the spoon. I'm gonna put some gloves on. It's always good to have some rubber gloves on hand. And I don't know if I technically need them for this, but I'm gonna put these on because once I get that stuff on my hands, I'm pretty sure I don't want to be messing with it. We're gonna start preheating the oven to 350 degrees. Gonna get that going, so when this is done, we can hopefully have some progress here. So it says to wet my hands. We're gonna do that. And in this case, we're gonna wet my gloves. Then we're gonna grab these little balls, make this into a ball. That's all. Okay, that really works well. I mean, I've got a lot of moisture on my hands. I gotta make this into a ball. And it says you should be able to make approximately 6 of these. These kind of feel warm. Maybe I'll have some larger buns. But I am looking forward to trying this. But yeah, if I do this right, then I should be rocking some buns here in just a little bit. I have just about enough left for a final one. And this is super sticky. I mean, they weren't lying when they said these are sticky. But I definitely don't have enough for 6. But I like the idea of this. This is nice. This is fun. Okay, so we only have a little bit left over. And I can probably incorporate that somehow. Maybe not. This stuff's super sticky. So yeah, that's about all I have left over. We'll try to find one of the smaller ones. That one will work. We'll just incorporate that into that one. And hopefully that'll work. I am not a bread expert. And every time I've tried to make a bread recipe off of YouTube, I have botched it up. So now the fun part is you can just take these gloves off and put them in the trash. So that's what we have so far. And this is all we have in the bowl because I do want to see how it's going to turn out in the air fryer as well. Or I could take at least one. I'm going to take one of these off the rack and we're going to put it in the air fryer for 350 and see how that turns out. What do you guys think of that? Now I don't have my gloves on anymore. But I got my air fryer basket here. And it's already got parchment paper in the bottom, so I don't have to worry about sticky bread stuff sticking. We're gonna try to gently get this one out. There we go. Gonna set it in the air fryer, just like that, and like, yeah, super sticky. What we got here, we're gonna choose the top side. We're gonna choose air fry roast, reheat, we'll choose air fry. Temperature, I want to bring you down to 350 degrees. Oops. And then we're going to go a time of, we're going to start out with a time of 11 minutes. Those will be done before those will be done. So yeah, pretty cool. Air fryers are awesome. If you don't have one, get one. This one does not require any preheating. That's why I love it. So I just put stuff in there and I wait and I hope for the best. Okay, we're ready to put it in the oven. The oven's finally preheated. So we're gonna check this out, get this going. My cat's in the way, and I always have something in the oven. Come on, kitty. I can't win. I can't win. We're gonna have to move this. It holds a lot of heat, but whatever. Okay, get that in the oven. I still feel like these should have salt. I don't know. We'll set the timer up. I'm gonna set that one for 12 minutes and see how that goes. I got 4 minutes left on this one, and then soon that will pop out. I'm pretty excited. Well, the air fryer just went off. We're gonna run, get over here and check it out. See what's going on. I'll power you down. Oh my goodness. Look what it did to my buns. That was unexpected. Not sure. Looks a little too done. We're gonna have to keep an eyeball on the other ones and make sure that doesn't happen, because this looks crazy. Wow, that's nuts. That was only in there for 11 minutes, but it's definitely not burnt on the bottom, which is kind of cool. Let's check that out later. We're gonna let this cool off right here. Huh, I can already hold it. Weird. Okay, we're gonna let that one chill out for a little bit. Air fryer mistake. Don't do this. Oh my goodness. That smells just like bread. That's dangerous. Oh my goodness. I can just imagine what it's going to be like once I figure out this recipe and get it nailed down to how I can make it in the air fryer. Because this is, on the bottom, it just looks beautiful. Check that out. It looks like a little poofy egg. So kind of cool looking. Oven just went off. Let's go check it out. I think I just did a real quick check in there and things were looking slightly different. But those do not look done to me. They look like they could go another minute or two. Hopefully we're not gonna screw these up. Set timer. I'm gonna set it for 2 minutes. Let's set it for 3 minutes. Stupid. Why does it do that? Shut timer off. Set timer. 1, 2, start. There we go. I don't know why it did that. Just hopped up to like 3 minutes all by itself. That bugs me. It's time to buy a new stove, new oven. I'm getting to that point. Final 2 minutes is over. We're gonna get these out of the oven, check them out, see what's going on. Okay, come here, you guys. Oh, that looks much better. Check those out. Those look like actual dinner roll type buns. I'm kind of liking the situation. Okay, the underneaths aren't too bad. Not bad. That's the top. A little hot. Let me go grab the plate and we'll get these plated up. This does not look half bad. Let's get some butter and cut one open and try them out. All right, this one here was the air fryer attempt. I put it in my air fryer at 350 degrees for approximately 11 minutes, and that's the result. I need to back the time off quite a bit. This is pretty solid. The other ones are nice and solid too, but the tops did not brown like that. So let's cut it open and see if we have actual bread or we just have a mess. This makes a legit bun. I mean, this makes a legit bun. Okay. Oh, smells like bread. I mean, it honestly smells like bread. I'm a bit surprised. Some butter in there. Let that kind of do its job. Get melted in there. I'm pretty satisfied. Even with the burnt one that looks slightly burnt, I'm actually kind of curious to see if I like it better than the other ones. Well, let's get one of these little guys open. That looks good too. Look at that. This is in the oven. The other one was in the air fryer. That's the bottom. You can expect that. I see that is a pretty common thing that happens with everybody that makes these. This one feels a lot more delicate and tender, but it feels really good. This is nice. Okay. And we'll pop this one open so you guys can see the insides. Yeah. That's nice. Oh yeah, I could do this for family on the holidays. I could make this and probably blow their minds because this is not traditional. And so far it seems like the easy, not traditional type foods like this here are kind of a winning situation. Now, just for clarity, those of you that don't know, powdered milk is a little bit high in carbohydrates, but it's technically considered carnivore friendly. I'm not going to worry about the excess carbohydrates in this situation right here because this is kind of a special occasion type food that I wanted to make and I wanted to try and do a little experiment with. We're going to give that just a little bit of time to melt in there. And while that's going, we're going to try this other one here and see how I like it. So this is the one with the very dark bottom, made in the air fryer, 350 degrees for about 11 minutes in the InstaVortex. I'm sorry, wrong air fryer. But that was made in the Ninja double stack air fryer. I used to own an InstaVortex air fryer. That's why it's so easy to roll off my lips. That is very good. Even the dark one. That is... All right, guys, you got me sold on these things. That is really good. Now, I'm sure I can make these differently, make them a little wider, make them a little whatever I want to do with them. But that right there is what I should have had on Thanksgiving for a carnivore-friendly type dinner roll on Thanksgiving. Anybody can make this. It didn't take me a whole lot of time. not even to make this video. Wow. That honestly hits all the bread craving spots you could ever imagine. Unbelievable. I'm in love with this idea. Thank you guys. Carnivore Candy. I appreciate you making a video that inspired me to make this video. This is the one that was from the conventional oven. It's got the butter. It's already been melting in there for a while. It's got a totally different color. I do like the one with the extra darkness on it. It gives it that little toasty flavor. Oh, wow. Yeah. I like them both for their own unique reasons. But now I got butter going everywhere. Yeah, this is definitely something I'm going to try to make for family and see what they think about it, because I think these are a great idea. Kind of gives me that dinner roll experience without all the extra nonsense that typically goes into dinner rolls that we have on the holidays. Well, okay, guys, let me know what you guys think of this attempt of making carnivore bread recipe. If you're interested in the recipe, I'm going to be sure to provide it down below in the description section. It's super easy to copy and paste it, and you can put it in your notebooks for later. But definitely when you go out and buy your stuff, make sure you read the actual recipe. I did, and I bought the wrong thing, even though I read it. I had it there in my hand. I looked at it. I still bought the wrong thing. You need baking powder, not baking soda. Baking powder, super easy, 3 simple ingredients. I included the egg whites. I still haven't figured out why the other videos say no egg whites, because I watched them put the egg whites in there. It wasn't just the yolks. I figured it was going to be just the yolks, but it wasn't. But okay. God bless, and hopefully everybody enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Oh my God, I'm still sitting here pigging out on these things. These are amazing. Whoever came up with this idea is a genius. Thank you. All the stuff I go through to make a video. All right, this was, camera angle sucks. Get you down. Scooch, scooch, scooch.